South Africa. So we'll be just seeing what we did right and what we did wrong. So just to start us off, let me just share the stream on our other pages. My fans pale, you can send your comments, send your what did you guys think about our day's performance from day one. Let me just share to the group on Kenya Rugby players. And also, did your team win Super Rugby pale? What was your thoughts? What did you guys think in terms of preparation? Why nyi mlikuwa team Crusaders, mlikuwa team Chiefs, us as team Chiefs. I know we didn't do what we said we did, but all in all, we learn and we move on to the next. So, as I just start us off, let me just put it in perspective. So, leo we face South Africa 1 in the first game of the match, ambapo tulikuwa na tulikuwa na oh yeah, the sound is back. Yeah, so we'll be doing an analysis of Kenya Sevens, what you guys think in terms of analysis against South Africa 1. What do you think we could have done better in terms of game plan, approach? What do you think the guys also walifanya poa? And yeah, in terms of improvement pia, unajua pia us as mafans pia we should also changia, because we also have interest in having our team we perform at the best. So tutaanza with the first game, Kenya versus South Africa. Yeah, and with Levy's kickoff. So Levy.
And I'm very, very fortunate to be joined by the World Rugby Service Manager for Africa, Steph Nell. Steph Nell, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, Johan. I'm very good. It's great to...
Yeah, in terms of also game plan, South Africa tunaona wakicheza wide. Count out pass, I think hiyo ni kitu mnafaa kuangalia from the first game, so that's the first phase. So kwa hii game analyst, angalia defense. Our defense ni defense yetu tunacheza lateral. So from the first get-go, we can see that South Africa are playing wide, which is something they are choosing to do. Cut-out pass. So that's a tactic yenye wanacheza. When wanacheza, those are 3 phases, and then now they'll start attacking in the middle. So tunaona hapo in terms of defense, what they are doing tactically, they are stretching the defense first and then now pushing the ball now out wide. So in terms of pia structure, hiyo ni kitu pia nini we need to see, to also look at ourselves. Nini, what are we doing first? So just go back to the game.
Repechage in the Olympic Games, and that's where it all started.
Rightly so. Thanks for that, Steph. And we see Blitzbox just going over for their first try. And Steph, tell us further.
So that was try number 1 by South Africa. So maybe I'll just freeze it up or just bring it back. Rewind selector pale tuseme tuangalie tena what are the SA boys doing again in terms of analysis pale. Tunaona just hold on. So kitu ya kwanza yenye nitasema in terms of game plan is that watu wa SA tunaona they are putting phases out wide in terms of structure yao ni wanatembeza ball at least 3 phases. Kuna cut out pass, as also a tactic. So Emiao, they are stretching the defense. And one thing to look out is that hatujapata a good place to contest the rack. So cut out pass again, they are stretching it wide. Tukiangalia tena, another stretching the defense again. So defense, hakuna defense yetu so ile ya pressure. It's we engage only the attack when the oppositions want to. Yani tuna engage breakdown ama tuna engage defense only when opposition inabeba ball. Not that sisi tuna go into contact with them. So I'd say in terms of also improving defense yetu inafaa move up. In my perspective, we should play the ball in terms of or rather engage the attack rather than waiting, because defense yetu imekuwa too lateral. So we are giving the opposition chance to spread the ball out wide. So ball spread out wide, tunaona there are more spaces being created. So yeah, that is South Africa's first.
And getting some game time. All 4 teams have had intermittent.
Pia mnaweza tuma komenti pale, mnaweza tuma your comments pale. What do you guys think? You know, this is also my analysis. Ni pia as my fans or as coaches or as guys who are playing rugby, there's also something you're seeing. So what do you guys think also these guys could have done better? So another key thing pia tutaangalia pia is that we know that South Africa as a tactic, they are targeting the kickoff. So kickoff is also what they are playing like Fiji in terms of contesting the kickoff. So yeah. So tukiangalia hapo what as a tactic one, South Africa wanna target the kickoff. So in terms of that is the first kickoff that they've targeted against us. So you know, if a team contests the kickoff and they win the kickoff, the defense is always not positioned. They're in fives and sixes. Yani defense hawana pattern. The defensive pattern of a kickoff is not ile ya kudefend. People are standing in a zigzag manner, so there are many spaces to attack. So if you win your kickoff, mkikick na mshinde hiyo kickoff na mko na quick start ama muweze ku recycle hiyo ball haraka, there are spaces ku attack. So let's
Very big thank you to Dr. Lee Gordon, who is the lead medical officer. She's doing an outstanding job. But this job cannot be done alone. Also a big thank you to all the teams that complies to the strict protocols. So Johan, let's just get back. So I veered off. Just repeat.
Yeah, coming back. We'd say that South Africa as a tactic, also as a tactic tukicheza na South Africa, kitu mnafaa pia kujua is that sweeper ni muhimu, and a very fit sweeper, because tumeona the first tactic is that wana kick behind for space. So hapo behind we didn't have a sweeper, so that is one of the things mtaona throughout the game pia. South Africa exploiting in terms of having a kicker mwenye, not a kicker, or rather they exploiting the space behind. So wanatumia kick as a tactic because they know they have speedsters throughout the pitch. So as the game progresses, just count how many times they kick behind for space. Again, the cutout ball, yani wana miss mse moja, wana push ball wide. So hiyo pia ni tactic, tume lose ball hapo kwa scrum. Something I believe pia tunafaa pia kwa clinical. Either way, it could have happened both sides. In my opinion, ref pia aliacha the opposition player kwe offside, but either way you play what's in front of you. So defensively, how do we defend the cutout pass? Tunajua South Africa wanacheza na hiyo cutout pass, so hiyo ni kitu ingine pia is key to look out when you're playing for South Africa. How do you defend the cutout pass, how they swing the ball wide? Yeah.
After the analysis and the reviews and the training, and then bump up to and stop play on Saturday and go home Sunday with a good conditioning week, good food, good rugby, and everything needed to get the Olympic program started or restarted, and the repechage.
Let's just go back and look at that passage of play from the kickoff. Tunaangalia our center and our winger and the fullback. So do you know South Africa pia the breakdown is also a place they are targeting. So tutaiangalia tena my fans. Niambie what you guys think of the kickoff again. What do you guys think? If arriving player, where was he? What do you think?
Up to and stop play on Saturday and go home.
Kashinda, ball went wide. Billy. So tuangalie also nini in terms of also decision making. So in the first phase, Billy may choose to commit the defense. So tunaangalia the support player ni Levy. So what did he do right? OG cut out ball. So Billy hapo, so decision making. Cut out pass again. Try time.
I'm back into sevens, into the professional setup. That's really top class stuff, and what a way to get back into things. Steph, we
look at it also in terms of also how the players are standing, because once we've lost the ball, also South Africa are playing the ball and they're using the cutout pass to play wider and attack those spaces. So in terms of as a unit and as a team, how do you defend better? And another thing, once you've lost the ball, the sweeper, we didn't have a sweeper behind. So one of the things that we need to improve on is we need to have a very fit sweeper, in terms of somebody who will be running behind and sealing those loopholes. So another kickoff. So in terms
So who knows? We've already at Rugby Africa had a couple of requests from other teams. Could they join? This year we unfortunately could only
notice the boys in terms of the play. My boys wame put ball into phases. That's the second phase. Imeenda ball imetembea. Harold puts the hammer down. Offload to Humwa. Try time. Yeah. So we know that if the boys play wide, we usually exploit spaces. And that is something that I think also, let's say from the first phase that we had, let's say hiyo rack ya kwanza yenye Billy alilose, I think that would have been the tactic. To chase a ball wide, ball put you into phases. So that's how you can see that to chase a ball into phases, the boys are, that's how we destroy also the other attack, the other guys who are attacking. From also an attack point of view. Once we know we have big ball carriers wide, so tukicheza wide tunapatia those guys chance ya ku create space for the guys who are clinical finishers. So tactic yetu even going to Olympics should be playing the ball wider, putting the ball more into phases, because that was the first phase na tuka create your try. So yeah, so going into the second half,
who is driving the project on behalf of SAS Rugby, and then obviously yourself, who've done a lot of work in the background.
Done with Blitzbox ahead, 15-7 ahead of Kenya.
Second half underway. So let's look again. South Africa are targeting also the kickoff. So to how it will be. Of the kickoff, so they lost that kickoff. So let's see how the boys play.
Us. We have a very exciting second round of games. At the moment we have South Africa versus Kenya, followed by that is Uganda versus the SA second team, and then followed by that is South Africa versus Zim. So interesting line of games.
SAS versus Zim.
SAS versus Zim. How are things looking so far on your end?
Yeah, good. I'm just happy to see some live rugby in Stellenbosch, and some great international rugby to some good international teams here, all doing some prep for.
Tactically, the ball has gone wide. So to secure your breakdown, tunaona also South Africa targeting the breakdown again, turnover ball. So did we? Jeff chose to go short. So in terms of option, was that a good option? You play what's in front of you. Quick thinking by Kolo. 20. So he has created space. 1, 2, 3, 4. So tuangalia hapo in terms of how many South Africa players are there. So we've seen that we have 5 South Africa players in the rack. Able to tuone tu how many people Kolo has attracted to the rack. So tukicheza cheza kitu iko mbele yako. So tunaangalia 1, 2. Kolo has attracted 2 players. There's a third player. So guys have unimported. So we have how many people? We have 1, 2 people on the ground. 3, 4, 5. So we know there's space out wide. And we have there's space out wide. So tukona watu mecommit watu watatu at the rack. Tunajua kuna space hapo nje. So wacha tuone decision making. Humo hapo, do you believe that was the best strategy? Anyway, wacha tuone venye itakuwa amebeba. So hapo kulikuwa na overlap. So in terms of also our players, decision making for the players. Believe Humo would have played better if he would have been deeper and he would have spread the ball, because that's where decision making comes into play. So yeah, let's just see. So the ball, we lost the ball. Yeah, so that was there was a chance of an overlap out wide, which Humo didn't use. So I think yeah, I think that's also why we lost the ball. Now pia I think also pia one of the reasons pia Simiyu alim exchange also for that passage of play. I believe pia decision making as a player pia Humo can do better, but it's now also up to the whole players, since how do we play the ball better out wide. So to make create pia South Africa a chance for them to attack. So also in this passage of play, notice where our sweeper is in terms of off the rack. Nani anacheza sweep? Who's sweeping in this? It's a defensive scrum in their red zone. So Tabu ndio yuko hapo. So in terms of the winger, let me just pause it. So from this point of view, we know it is sevens. So ukicheza sevens tunajua hapa winger ndiye anafaa kuwa sweeper in this sort of scenario. So let's just see what South Africa do off the scrum.
It would have been tough. It would have been difficult. Everybody spent so much time apart, but I know that they would bounce.
Let's just see how the play progresses. How the play progresses. We didn't have a sweeper. Onyala cross covering. So defense bado ija form. Guys are still tracking back. Notice where the defense is. So defense bado ija form. So we can see that off an attacking scrum in their red zone. So this is some of the things that we should be practicing also when the boys are in camp also. How do you defend an attacking scrum in the opposition red zone? How do you attack? How do you play against defensively? How do you play against players or teams where they kick? So sweepers, Nona, this is the second tactic or the second instance where we've seen South Africa kicking. So that is also something. Sweeper is against South Africa. We should be having a fit sweeper who's constantly manning the space behind. Kickoff again. South Africa going for the kickoff, and we've lost the ball. So notice where we've lost the ball and how many people are honeypotted on the rack. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, so there is space out wide for South Africa. Out wide, kick again. So we are seeing South Africa again are using the kick to man the space. So hapo off the rack, off the kickoff, sweeper again. Believe hapo we should, in terms of we've lost the rack, but where is the sweeper? Because sasa lose rack na Tabu's the sweeper bado ameingia kwa line. So tunajua South Africa wanajua they are manning the space behind. So yeah, what do you guys think? In my opinion, still it goes to when you're playing South Africa, you have to have a sweeper playing behind. 2-3 instances South Africa wamekick, so na tuka lose ball. So that is something we need to look at. Lose ball also off the kickoff, what do we do? And also once they are kicking, how do we shape ourselves? So the sweeper is really key when you're playing a team like South Africa. Off the kickoff again. So this one we won. Let's just watch the passage of play.
And Philip's name on. And so we've got one little coffee shop down in Dorp Street.
Lovely.
So I actually get to spend a fair amount of time with the players while not having to be involved in training.
Fantastic.
Which is always a bonus when you retire. Riding a bicycle these days, love the mountain biking out here, and just raising 2 kids, a 4-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter, and with my wonderful wife.
Individual brilliance by Oyo.
It's Kenya burning on the outside. Looks like he'll go straight under the scoot. That was a lovely run there. Looks like it's Nelson Oyo.
Yeah, so winning off. So that's individual brilliance. So I think Pia, how do we for our team Pia, how do we create spaces for people like Oyo? People who know who are little. So our game plan Pia hapo kidogo Pia, we should be looking at how to create spaces for people like Oyo, people who are finishers. So let's just watch the kickoff again of the boot. So that's a scrum. So we have an attacking scrum. So let's see how we will use this attacking scrum. So key thing to look at is, will we put the ball into phases? Because at times you look at that, most of the time the first phase to attack, but do we spread it out wide again? So yeah, ball imechezwa, Oyo ndio huyo amebeba, so sawa, amechoose kubeba, ndio amechoose kubeba, Tabu amenini. So is that a good option? So yeah, knock on. So let's go back to that passage of play between off the scrum after Oyo amebeba. So we just say in terms of options out wide, in my opinion, Tabu angetoa ball mapema, ball iende. So Oyo amechoose, that's okay, amebeba. So again, off the kickoff, not the kickoff, off the rack. Upper, the ball should have gone wider racker. So options, play the ball out wide. Play the ball out wide, in my opinion. So let's just see what Tabu does. So Tabu amehold ball, amepatia chance opposition kupanda. So there's no options. So in my opinion here pia, we are attacking in the red zone, so the ball should go out wide quickly. So he's also given Bush even in terms of his decision making, we are not putting the defense in pressure, or rather we are not creating spaces because we are attacking too tight. We are not spreading the ball wide. So Bush amechoose kubeba. It would have been a good option, but we are attacking flat. So the reason I'm saying that it's not a good option is that just look at how the players are standing. Even look at where OG is, and look at where Tony is. And look at the South Africa sweeper. There's a sweeper here. Onyala mpata ball, but the guys are flat. Angalia Tony yuko flat, OG yuko mbele yake yuko flat. So hakuna options for attacking better. So that's why in my opinion we should play the ball out wide, especially to cut kwa red zone yao. Put the ball into phases and then attack. Hata first phase, wacha ball iende mbele, wacha ball iende wide kwanza, and then let's put the ball into phases. So that's a knock on, and that's the end of the game. So something just to tukiangalia hapo, something that pia nani alikuwa naambiwa kulikuwa na options out wide. Let's just look at the Bufa alikuwa naambia Bush kulikuwa na options out wide, ange sukuma ball hapo ni ange choose kupush ball mbele. Angalia Bufa naambia niaje, kulikuwa na space huko, ungesukuma ball. So decision making, I believe hii game tungeza South Africa in terms of the boys. We could have beaten South Africa. This game is just that decision making yetu, and also tactically having a sweeper is something that we need to look out and be better. So yeah, that's my opinion. That was the game analysis. What do you guys think? Could we, in my opinion, that like I'm saying, we could have beaten those guys. Just we need to have a sweeper. We need to play the ball out wide more, and decision making. First time the ball has been carried, ball itembe kitembea 1-2, sasa tunaweza attack hizo ma space, ball itembe. So yeah, let's have a sweeper and kick off pia. Kick off, let's also position, yeah. But I believe we can be better. So yeah, that was the play analysis of the game. Let me in terms of tuko na pale, tutakuwa tukifanya analysis kesho. Tomorrow we'll be playing Uganda, and we'll also I believe that will be the second game at around 10:20 there. So I believe kesho tukutane pale, analysis nini. Kuna Guns Buddha, wasewa Guns Buddha, kuna kofia pale nini chapa luku, yeah. And wasewa Maber, kuna Maber, download Maber app pale my guys bana. Download Maber app. How it works, you just download the app, you post your content. If anybody likes your content, he can send you money. That's optional. It's just like the same, just like Facebook, you see. So even if you have a shop, guys, if you don't, let's say you don't have anything that you don't have content to post, you can also be doing or having just like your shop. Let's say you're selling your products, ukona nguo nauza, ukona food, ukona anything that you're selling, a product or a service. So us through the app, what we'll do, we'll be able to connect you to delivery guys. So once you post your product and somebody comes and buy your product, our delivery guy will come and just pick it up for you and send it to the user. Us will just pay you. So there are many things you can do with the Maber app. Kuna photos, videos, etc. You're a content creator, yeah. So that's all about Maber. So let's see you guys tomorrow. In terms of analysis and more rugby. So cheers and see you on the next one.